Hello, David Zaritsky from the Bond Experience. Welcome back. Why am I whispering? Well, all right. Today's video is a very specific review on the new limited edition No Time to Die Bollinger champagne. But you know my life. You know what happens when I imbibe in these incredible luxury edible or drinkable brands. I always have a little visitor. So if we keep things a little quiet today, I think I can do this solo. So let me open this, and as I'm opening it, let me tell you a little bit about this wonderful, wonderful surprise. And it was a surprise because if you remember, we actually had a Bollinger champagne come out about a year ago. It was in that really nice glass case, and then we thought that was going to be it. Here's a picture right here that you can see of it. I did an interesting video, but lo and behold, what happened was we found out very quickly from Bollinger that they had something else planned. Many, many year anniversary, decades anniversary with James Bond, celebrating with No Time to Die, their special Cuvée brand blend from 1829, and we're going to open it. Shh. Will you please keep it down? That's all I'm asking, folks. This is going to be the hard part. Hold on. Ooh, I think we did it. Okay. All right, this is great. All right, we kept things quiet. I really...
Hey.
Hey.
What you doing?
Talking to my friends.
Oh.
Nothing.
Hello.
Where'd you get that?
I was down in your display.
Hun, you're joking.
What? It was really good.
Did you drink the whole thing?
What? Well, isn't that what you're supposed to do? Like,
No.
you can't leave leftover champagne.
All right, we're going to have to freeze this for a second. Hun, I get one for display and the other two to drink. You just drank my display one. These things are impossible to get.
Oh. Sorry.
We need to pause this for a second. Wow.
It's gonna be okay, hon. Really sorry.
Yeah, it's okay for you because you just drank a bottle of the champagne. Oh, we're on. All right. Hi. My lovely wife is here to help us drink some champagne. You probably have no more room for champagne.
Always have room for champagne.
And I saw that coming a mile away. All right. Well, we're going to have a helper here. All right. Before we start, I know we want to get right into this because, you probably forget what this tasted like from 5 minutes ago.
I'm thirsty.
You're going to be thirsty just a little while longer, you wascally wabbit. We're not going to edit that out. We've got to talk about something, and that is glassware, because this is not just going to be talking about the champagne. This is about drinking champagne like Bond. Okay. So I've got a series of glasses in front of you, and I'm actually going to be your glass sommelier. I'm going to walk you through what the different glasses mean and which ones we're going to use. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I want to point out the rim itself is really important. It should be large enough in diameter to smell the wine's aromas. The bowl, this area down below here, the wider the bowl, the more the aromas of the glass will collect. And then you've got the base of the bowl. A pointy base is going to develop a single stream of fine bubbles, which is why they have these coming down to points, especially with the flutes. And the material itself, obviously crystals made to be lighter. It's more delicate because it's durable. But generally speaking, the thinner glasses are less obtrusive while tasting the wine. So if you're picking up a heavy goblet, you're off base. So let's talk about the different ones, because we've got flutes, which are these two right here. I'll put them in the front. Flutes themselves, this style of basically preserves the bubbles the most. So if you like something that's very effervescent, very bubbly, it's ideal for bone dry. Think brut, extra brut, brut nature, sparkling wines, or obviously champagne. Flutes are the way to go. Then you've got tulips, which have a bulb to them, but then you've got something that looks like a wine glass. And that's this guy right here. That is a wide tulip. So it's for aged sparkling wine. And this thing collects aged flavors. Believe it or not, they say like biscuit and brioche found in fine sparkling wines, such as vintage champagne. So you shouldn't drink vintage champagnes from the flutes, you should find something like this. By the way, it looks like a wine glass because you can use a wine glass as long as it has this bowl and then it gets thinner at the top. It's considered a wide tulip. However, for our purposes today, because I know we're drinking this champagne pretty quickly, knowing you. And you've proven that. We're going to use something called the coupe glass. Now, that is a vintage design. It was designed, it's the most popular during the 1950s, but it was designed during the 1940s. It hit its popularity in the 50s. You can see two different types. This one's a little bit shallow. These are both antiques, by the way. The bubbles disperse very quickly, making the wines taste softer and fruitier. But if you're drinking it quickly like we are, these are the best bets. Why? Because you actually smell the aroma more because of the wide base. So it's a fun glass shape to try with sweet sparkling wines. But more than that, if you're drinking it quickly and you want to look cool like Bond from the 50s when Ian Fleming wrote it, that's the way to go. And that's the way we're going to go today. All right. So for purposes today, we are actually going to be using these, which are the coupe glass. And these are antiques, aren't they?
They are.
All right. So let me pour you some champagne.
Yeah.
Now, there's lots of different techniques when pouring the champagne. Some people say to tip the glass. If you feel like there's going to be an excess amount of bubbles, you can give it a slight tip to the glass, which is fine. And just watch it. Because if you see that it's bubbling up, you want to slow it down a little bit. You don't want too many bubbles, but you do want a few bubbles on it. There you go.
Thank you.
Ladies first, even ladies that drank an entire bottle of my
What can I say?
display. So...
Desperate times. Oops.
You know what? It is desperate times. And I forgive you because I love you. I love you like crazy. All right. So here we go. First of all, cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to you, kid. Tiny bubbles. So we should also explain something. Little hack your life moments in this video. I've seen a lot of people hold their champagne glass around the bulb. That's what this is called, or the flute. That actually warms the champagne up. So that's no good. You want to actually hold it by the stem. By the way, same thing applies to white wines as well, but for our purposes, what are some of the things that you notice right away?
Yeah, so like you said, small bubbles, which is
Tiny
really nice.
Bubbles. Yeah.
Very dry.
Very dry. Now, what does that mean, by the way, that it's dry? For those that don't know.
It's not sweet.
That's right. That's it. There's nothing
Oh, I thought
more.
that was a trick question.
No. So let me tell you, as you're drinking this, a little bit about this champagne, because, I think Bollinger knocked it out of the park with this one. It is made from 60% Pinot Noir, 25% Chardonnay, and the rest is something called a Pinot Meunier.
Okay.
Meunier, not manure. The French are going to kill me, and we're good friends. 30% of that is brought up to blends within barrels. Okay, so it and here goes cheating. Here goes cheating. It has a rich, deep, medium to full-bodied style. And what are you tasting? What notes are you finding? I don't want to cheat on this one.
Oh boy. Okay.
Something we have in our refrigerator right now. I'll give you a hint. Rhymes with lemon curd. Because it's lemon curd.
Oh, okay.
Do you taste the notes of lemon curd?
Let me taste it again.
That was a specific note that Bollinger wanted in this cuvee style. Lemon curd.
I mean, certainly it has like that, almost like the texture of lemon curd. You get a little bit of that creaminess there at the finish. And certainly there is a citrus taste. So.
Yeah, and they also say a lot of people taste creme brulee. And people taste caramelized stone fruits, whatever the heck that is.
Oh, like a peach.
Is that a stone fruit?
Yes.
I'm 52 years old and I learned something. And toasty nuttiness.
Yeah, you're toasted.
Your toasted nuttiness. You know what? I'm not toasted nuttiness. You drink a bottle. You're toasted nuttiness.
It's just getting warmed up.
So basically, it's a big, rich champagne that stays balanced. That's the end result.
It is very balanced.
I'm going to show you something really cool here because the box that you just, whimsy kind of put out there. The reason I have 3 boxes here is we've got to talk about the box itself, and I'll bring it close. So one of the things that you'll notice is the color of it. This gray
Yes.
is actually the same color as the DB5, the Aston Martin DB5. And the word on here, the text, is actually celebrating gold, as
Okay.
in typical Bond stuff. So you've got the different colors, but really neat. I'm going to show you something. These 3 boxes, when you put them together, I want to show you what happens. So what they did was they arranged the images on either side. So if I flip this like this, you start to get the tail end of the Aston Martin. And if I flip this, you get the front end. So you put them all together and you literally have a scene down below that completes the Aston Martin. Unfortunately, you need to get 3 if you want to display them like that. I won't be because I'm going to be drinking these, or rather, you're drinking them. So one of the things that they have over here is in celebration of over 40 years of partnership as the official champagne of 007 and the upcoming movie of No Time to Die, this limited edition gift box, remember that, gift box, brings together 2 icons. Now, it's been all good so far, hasn't it? How's the champagne? Good?
Yeah, it's very good.
I got some news for you. The big detail of this is not just supposed to be the box. Overseas, not here in the United States,
Womp womp.
yeah, the neck sticker had a 007 on it.
Oh.
So it was not only a limited edition box, it was a limited edition bottle.
Oh.
Not here,
Oh. Well, maybe we'll be able to find one at some point.
but the champagne is still the same.
Right. That's the important part.
Right. So here we go. I have a little quiz for you.
Okay.
All right, you can drink champagne while you do it, and those of you watching can play at home. So we're going to talk about Bollinger. It's celebrating a history. It's not just this
Okay.
delicious champagne or the box, but a history of many years with James Bond. Do you know the... Right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun,
How
dun,
in the
dun,
world am
dun.
I gonna know this?
First James Bond movie that they drank Bollinger. I can give you a hint if you want.
Well, I'm sure it's gotta be Connery.
Okay, it's not.
It's not. Maybe it has to be Sir Roger Moore.
Okay, it is.
Okay.
I'm going to steal it from you pretty soon because...
Yeah, just smile
All
at
right.
me. I'm just gonna blurt it out.
So I'll give you a
Don't know.
hint. Here's your champagne.
Yeah, but what movie was that in? I do remember that line.
It's in Live and Let Die.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Live and Let
So that is the
Die.
first movie that we see Bond drinking
Really?
Bollinger. The
Okay.
gentleman whisper, here's your champagne. What?
Yeah, a very memorable line.
Because you love to quote it.
I do.
So he does it, and then again, when Bond is looking for a particular bug, he actually orders a bottle of Bollinger champagne. He drinks it. But wait, there's more.
Okay.
This is a drinking game. Moonraker.
Okay.
It was also in Moonraker. Who drank Bollinger champagne in Moonraker? Or just name the scene.
It wasn't Bond.
Sort of.
Was it? It wasn't at the end, was it? When they were floating in space.
It was Jaws when he's toasting
Oh, I don't know.
his little girlfriend. He goes, here's to you, kid.
Oh.
Right, very cute.
Yeah.
And also when he actually drinks one with Dr. Goodhead, which is
Yeah.
the female Bond. And here's, ready for
I
this?
do remember her.
You know what he says? He goes, if you ordered me a 1969, it's definitely for me.
Oh, wow,
Wah, 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 wah. Arched eyebrow. Cheers. It's a drinking game, so you got to drink.
Sure. Oh.
Octopussy.
Uh-huh.
They drink it in Octopussy, and you will never get this. So
I won't,
will just
so-
tell you, he's having a wonderful dinner and a tryst with Magda, which is one of Octopussy's women, and he's drinking the Bollinger champagne, and he goes, "What's that tattoo?" What was the tattoo that she had?
It was a little octopus.
That's a little Octopussy. By the way, how you can do this standing up and straight after a bottle and 2 glasses? Yeah, well, that's a problem. Intervention. A View to a Kill. Bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
bum, bum, bum. All right. You'll never get it.
No, I won't.
Because I don't even know if you've seen that movie.
I haven't seen any of these films in a really, really long time. No, actually, I saw View to Kill in the cinema. Yes, I just showed my age.
Did you really? You were
Who
like
didn't?
You were like 38, right?
What?
I'm just kidding. And that's when he sleeps alone. So, A View to a Kill, Stacey Sutton, who
Yeah,
Tanya
I
Roberts, who
know.
just passed away.
Sorry.
You know what? Cheers to Tanya Roberts. Very nice woman. 65.
Yeah, that's way too young.
That's like close to me. We'll talk about it. So basically, Bond is wooing her. The age difference is shocking, but it's James Bond, and he pours some champagne. There is also a scene, it is so perfect. He's in the Eiffel Tower talking to a stoolie, like an informant, and he orders a 1965.
Wow.
Now, mind you, this is a film that's in the 80s.
Yeah. Baller.
65, yeah, no kidding. That cost him a little bit. All right, we're moving on to your favorite James Bond.
Me?
Your favorite James Bond.
Who?
Who is it?
I don't have one.
Timothy Dalton? Don't spit up that
Okay.
champagne, it's expensive.
Oh, you're just being funny now.
I like Dalton. What if we interview him? Then this is going to be embarrassing.
Oh.
All right, so The Living
he's
Daylights.
cool.
He's super cool. So I'll tell you the scene. You might remember it's the beginning of the film.
Okay.
He parachutes down after exploding the terrorist on Gibraltar, and he lands on a boat, and there's a woman
Okay.
in a bikini.
Shocking. Yes.
And he's like, he calls in, he grabs her phone, and it's Bollinger that they're drinking.
Nice.
I mean, that's
Bollinger on a boat.
so you gotta love the moments that
Okay, so
Bollinger's
Eiffel
used.
Tower and a boat off of Gibraltar,
In a bearskin rug.
a bearskin rug.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad that you're talking about the locations of Bollinger. This is a new one.
Yeah.
License to Kill. Not a favorite of a lot of people. Still Timothy Dalton. Dalton orders a Bollinger RD.
RD.
Yes.
Research
Really
and development.
delicious.
Oh.
Oh, I like yours better. Research and development. You're such a pharmaceutical person.
Right.
Goldeneye. All right, Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Better?
I like that.
So Pierce Brosnan is being evaluated at the beginning of Goldeneye. He's driving the DB5.
Yes, yes.
The auditor says, James, what am I going to do with you?
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, and he opens the center console and it's all refrigerated. Hey, can we put that in your car? Can you put that?
So I have it in there. We can put that in the car. That's I like your thinking.
I'll have to wait till spring.
Tomorrow Never Dies, one of my favorite Brosnan films.
Never Dies,
He orders a tequila for Paris Carver, and she
Right.
goes,
Champagne.
I want Mr. Carver champagne. It's Bollinger.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty neat.
Okay.
The World Is Not Enough.
Sure.
It's a great scene with him and Electric King. I'm not even going to have you guess these because you would never guess these. Him and Electric King, and he does this whole ice cube thing where he takes the ice cube and runs it all
Oh
over
yeah, I
her.
remember that.
They're drinking
out
Bollinger.
of the ice bucket.
Yes.
That the Bollinger's in.
More bearskin rug stuff. I'll tell you, Brosnan is going to have a resurgence. You know, he doesn't get a lot of love nowadays. I think he will once Craig is gone. That's how they make me pronounce it, Craig. Die Another Day.
Okay.
Kind of a cool scene. So
Was there a
Bond
cool scene in that movie?
Bond has a scraggly, like more like a Joe Darlington beard
Right,
than
yeah.
a David Zaritsky beard.
Okay.
Love you, Joe. And he comes in. He was prisoner of war, and
Yes.
he comes into this
North
hotel.
Korea.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Comes into a hotel,
Yep.
and up in the room is Brioni shirts and bow ties, a Phillips shaver, and
A bottle of Bollinger, I'm guessing.
you get a drink for that because you got that one. All right, Casino Royale, two really cool areas.
Okay.
Do you remember when he drinks champagne, or more appropriately?
You're gonna have to set it for me.
First of all, he's drinking it when he meets Mathis,
Okay.
and he's with Vesper. But more importantly, when he's macking on Solange in the one and only club.
Yes.
And he orders
They order another
Bollinger.
bottle.
Yes, with caviar.
Yes.
Exactly. This stuff's coming back to you. Maybe
Well,
this
these
is.
are the newer films, so
Could the new No Time to Die Bollinger be memory aids?
I'm gonna be looking for it now.
Is that
whenever we
overpromising?
get to see the film?
By the way, people, I get comments all the time. She's been drinking beforehand, not me. Just FYI. Quantum of Solace.
Okay.
When was the last time you saw that film?
I don't know, when did it come out?
2008.
So probably then.
What?
What?
We need to watch it. It's such a good film. All right, maybe not. So he's with Strawberry Fields, Agent Fields, in his hotel room. They're drinking Bollinger, and when he goes to Dominic Green's party, they're drinking Bollinger.
Okay.
I'll drink to that.
All right.
By the way, we're going to kick this bottle in this video review. By the way, how is the taste holding up?
It's fantastic.
Is it becoming neutral over time because
No.
there's so much of it? It's still special.
Very special.
All right, well, that's good. All right, here we go. Skyfall. So he's just had an incredible discussion with Severine in the bar.
Right.
And she says, go to this slip and I'll be there. She's sitting there in that robe that I wanted to get you. And
I remember.
yeah, it's like a beige robe with black
remember.
lace. Yeah.
Don't remember.
Never mind.
the robe.
Another video, I guess. And he shows up and there's a Bollinger being chilled with 2 glasses.
Oh, wait, so a woman in a nice robe and a bottle of
Well, she's in the shower at the time.
Right.
All right.
Anyway, moving
It's not
on.
the video for that. And then finally, Spectre with Monica Bellucci.
Yes.
You remember the scene? It's short but sweet. She's just been widowed.
Yeah, right. It was
And
just at the
he
husband's
takes 2
funeral.
glasses of champagne.
She was really upset, you could tell.
She was beside herself.
With
and,
grief.
And what did she do? Like any good Bond girl, she consoled herself in the arms of Bond with champagne.
Could be worse ways to grieve.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? Pandemic, politics? You gotta do what you gotta do. So anyway, that is thus the history. Now we have
They have a very rich history.
rich history.
Yes.
What I loved about it is you organically looked at the locations more than anything, which was very cool.
Well, as you're describing the scene, you can kind of imagine it in your head.
I did imagine in my head, but here's the big question. We don't know, maybe it's more of a statement, we don't know where it's going to be in No Time to Die. I mean, does he put on his tuxedo with Ana de Armas, Mrs. Donnie Waldron, and essentially drink champagne together before that big party? Or do you even know what I'm talking about when I say big party?
Yeah, I don't know.
You've got to keep a separation of church and state with your
Mrs.
spouses.
Donnie Waldron?
What do you mean?
Why did you say Mrs. Donnie Waldron?
Oh, maybe you haven't heard about that. So Ana de Armas and Ben Affleck are no longer
Oh,
seeing
I
each
thought
other.
they were. Ooh.
Yeah, Donnie
Okay.
Waldron. Do you know Donnie? You met Donnie. He was here at the house.
Yes, that Donnie.
Monster.
Yep.
I can't even do his size. Like I
Yeah.
would come out of frame.
It's actually put 2 of us together, and that's not quite Donnie.
He is. I mean, I know we're digressing from Bollinger, but he is basically petitioning Ana de Armas to consider him in a marital standpoint.
Okay.
By the way, he has a lovely wife. This is all fun stuff. All right.
Anyway.
So we've got to draw some conclusions here.
Yes.
What we did was we talked about glassware. We talked about the box itself. We talked about the rarity of this, and I will say that these are very difficult to find. I do want to thank Bollinger for the heads up and connecting us and putting this all together. But you yourself said this is an amazing, rich history. Does it enhance the experience to talk about how much it's been associated historically with Bond?
So I think for those those in the know, absolutely, because then they picture themselves as being in the Eiffel Tower or on a boat somewhere or with a beautiful woman. Wow, and you're pointing at me. So yeah, so they can kind of put themselves into that setting, and then it just really that adds a whole other dimension to your drinking experience.
Yeah, this is going to sound like such a Jay Peterman moment, but I find that good luxury experiences like champagne, like Bollinger, like this Bollinger, can transport you. And in a time where we really can't be transported physically, these types of moments are probably becoming more important, not less.
That's true.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Just a theory. All right. So, a couple lessons learned, a lot of discussion. The most important lesson today is do not let Danielle near your displays. And you're still bogarting the last bottle. What is going on here? Well, I've got one more bottle left. I'm going to save it for a special occasion.
Do you?
Oh my God, it's empty. What is wrong with you? Are you oak? Seriously, I have nothing left. Oh my gosh. All right. Wow. This has been David Zaritsky.
And Danielle Champagne Zaritsky.
Yeah, I am going to call you Champagne Zaritsky. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
And we'll speak to you. That sounded musical. We'll see you real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.